Hi everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for ripe plantain and veggie pizza. I can't wait for you to try it. Let's get into the sauce. So for the pizza sauce, if you already have pizza sauce at home and it's more convenient for you, go ahead and use that. But today I'm using some canned tomato sauce, which already has tomato paste and tomato puree combined. And then I'm just gonna go in with some other seasonings and herbs just to make it a little more flavorful. So today I'm gonna be making 2 pizzas, and for one pizza I'll be using raw tomato sauce, and the other one I'm gonna be using cooked tomato sauce, because I have heard some pizza chefs say that the raw tomato sauce tastes better because you don't cook it twice, so it just has that nice freshness of the tomato. And then some people say they like the cooked tomato sauce, which is what we get at most of those restaurants that we order from, like takeout pizza. So I'm going to be trying both. So guys, if you want to try the different tomato sauces, you want to do the raw one and you want to taste the difference with the cooked one, all you have to do is, once you're done making this sauce, if you want to do the raw one, just refrigerate it. And if you want to do the cooked one, you would be simmering all of this in a small pot for maybe 10 minutes till it's nice and thick and rich, and cool it down before you're ready to use it. I will be using bread flour just because bread flour has a higher protein content, and the higher the protein, then the less kneading it requires to develop the gluten to make that dough stretchy. So that's why I'm using bread flour. You can use all-purpose flour as well though, if that's all you have. Now I know some people are going to look at this and wonder, okay, I thought that you had to put yeast in water to activate it, but I'm using instant yeast today, guys. Very convenient. I recommend that you use it because you can just add it to the flour instead of worrying about dissolving it in the water. So speaking of water, guys, yeast loves a nice warm environment in order to grow. So we're going to be using 110 degrees Fahrenheit water. So I just poured some boiling water and some tap water, and then I used my thermometer to check to make sure that it's 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Whatever yeast you're using, most likely the packaging will tell you what temperature water works best. So this isn't scorching hot and it's not cold. It's 110 degrees Fahrenheit because that works best with this instant yeast. So I don't have a mixer with the dough arm or the dough hook to mix this. So all I'm going to be doing is just stirring it with my wooden spoon. You could use your hands to do all of this, but I like to use the wooden spoon and then go in with my hands afterwards. So you're just gonna get an arm workout with this dough. Just keep mixing as you add that water gradually. And it's gonna look sticky and not as smooth, but that's how the kneading comes in. So dust whatever surface you have, nice smooth surface, with some flour. Not a lot, just dust on some flour. And then we're gonna be kneading the dough. So the kneading process is very important, guys, because the kneading is going to help to develop the gluten in the dough, and the gluten is what helps the dough to be nice and stretchy. So here we go. Pull, push with the heel of your palm, turn. So grab, fold, push, and then turn the dough. Grab, fold, push, and turn the dough. So just keep kneading, and this is going to help the dough to get nice and smooth, and later on it will be nice and stretchy. So what we're going to do now is punch out that excess air, all those bubbles. If your hands are small like mine, you might need to do it quite a few times. You may use a rolling pin to flatten the dough at this point. However, I'm just going to be showing you this technique. What you do is you flatten the outer edges and gradually keep flattening as you get to the center. Keep flattening the dough, but make sure you start from the outer border of the circle. And then as you continue and it gets flatter, then I will show you some other steps. This is another way of stretching the dough. Pick it up, put it on your fists and just move it around gently in a circle. So move the outer part of the dough on your knuckles and keep going around in a circle. This helps to stretch the dough. As I said before, you can use a rolling pin, but I wanted to share this with you as well. If there's a little part that looks a bit too thin, you can just fold over the thicker part onto it and press it out evenly. If you see any other thin areas, you can take from the thicker outer edge of the dough, just take off a little bit and put it on there and press it down. I want to reassure you, even though if the dough does not look perfect, when it bakes, it'll be perfectly fine, I promise you. This step is optional, the brushing on with the olive oil, but I like to do it because I find that it just gives the dough a nicer color and it adds extra flavor. But the olive oil also acts as a barrier so that the tomato sauce doesn't soak through too much. But if you don't like olive oil, I understand if you want to leave it out. When you spread on the tomato sauce, you can leave a 1/2-inch barrier, or a border if you want to. But if you want to have the sauce all the way to the edge, that's fine too. Just be careful that it doesn't go all the way over the edge. All right, let's get into the other toppings. I have some sweet peppers, bell peppers, whatever you want to call it, cut in strips. There's the ripe plantain that was fried already, some onion rings, and some steamed broccoli. For the plantain, guys, you can fry it till it's completely cooked, just not too brown, or you can just cook it so it has a light golden color. Because remember, it's going to go in the oven again, right? So you don't want to cook it too much. So cook it till it's like 3/4 of the way. Or if it's completely cooked, don't let it brown too much. There it is, guys. Delicious ripe plantain pizza. I like to brush on some more olive oil just to make it nice and glossy and add even more flavor. And you are good to go. It is really delicious and easy to make. I'm sure you're gonna nail it. So try the recipe and let me know how you like it. And as usual, ask all the questions. I'm ready for them, okay? So I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.